So step number one into buying your house is evaluate your financial situation. In other words, get your debt to income ratio, figure out what things you were paying money for, payments on, and compare those to your income. So right now, let's talk about the first thing is your credit score. So a good credit score, there are low credit loans, keep that in mind, but you'll need a score of at least 620 to be considered for most conventional loans. If your score is lower than that, there are ways that you can start working on that credit score today. And that's going to be in another video that I will include in this series. The next thing is figure out your debt to income ratio. So you usually want to spend less than 36% of your income on your mortgage. So that's, that helps you to know the price range of your next home that you'll be looking for. Your down payment for most conventional loans are at least 20%. So, you can figure that out depending on what you figured out in the step before from your debt to income ratio. Closing costs. So remember that home buyers typically have to pay between 2 and 5% of the home's price in the closing cost. So considering the average home value in Texas is about $225,000, that amounts to between $4,500 and $11,000 in closing costs for the buyer. These costs, they usually have to be paid out of pocket, and so make sure that you have enough savings to cover those, because you can't include those in your mortgage. So those will have to be coming out of your pocket. There are some ownership costs that you need to know up front. So usually in Texas, homeowners are typically spending about $2,600 in maintenance costs annually. This of course can vary among all the different houses and the different price ranges. So in general, you should save about 1% of the house's value in a year for repairs. So this, just remember, just take into consideration whenever you're looking at houses, check call your insurance agent, get a quote on what the home would be. Look for all the maintenance issues. Does it have a sprinkler system? Does it have a pool that you take care of? What are those costs? Ask the seller what their average monthly utility bills are. And another important thing that you need to remember is to find out if the house is in an HOA, a homeowners association. Get all of those costs up front. Get all of those maintenance costs up front, because those are annual fees that you will have to pay every year. So be sure that that you find that out before you go to closing.